Here they are, the famous Fargo Climbing route setting crew. I saw Sandy's Donuts up there somewhere.
Oh yeah, we got donuts for you too.
Oh, sweet, thanks. Hey guys, I'm August. Today we get to hang out with the amazing Fargo Climbing route setting crew. This is part 1 in our route setting series. Let's go check in with Mason.
Yeah.
So what are we doing right now? What's this process?
Right now we're stripping the wall
Sweet.
so we can have a nice and clean slate for when we set our routes. This is it's a long process, but it's pretty fun to strip holds from the wall.
Yeah.
Say, and then you get some pretty dirty holds like this right here.
Yeah. Someone's been on that one quite a bit. A lot of chalk.
Quite a bit of chalk on these holds. We wash them later, usually before the next set.
So these holds that you're taking down now, are you going to use them in any routes today, or they'll just kind of get set aside?
It kind of depends. I think if we really need a certain hold, and even though we just stripped it, we might grab it. But for the most part, we probably won't, just because it's kind of dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna probably set more low-profile holds on this wall, just because we got a couple projects on here. We have Chris's white project that he's been working on for almost a year.
That we can't take down because no one's
Yep,
actually
because
sent
no
it
one
yet.
sent it yet. We can't take that down. There's a video of him because the crux. I mean, the whole thing's honestly the crux, but the top hold, he started from the bottom, slipped off the top hold. Yeah, it's a pretty hard
So is
route.
this the hardest route in the gym?
Yeah.
This white one here?
Yep. And then the red one is a Raven simulator from Sandstone.
Oh, nice.
But that'll get tweaked now because there's a bunch of big holds in the way. And then Parker was setting the what is it? The Burden of Dreams replica, but it's not going to be as hard.
Oh,
yeah.
black one. Sweet.
Yeah, just get tweaked a bit.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think people will be excited to see that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, this is usually the wall would be completely stripped, but
So stripping is kind of step 1 then?
yep, this is step 1. The next step is we'll kind of meet back together with the other guys and kind of talk about what needs to be set.
Yeah.
We like to set a wide range of routes, ranging from V0 to V8 plus.
Yeah, how are you kind of deciding what difficulty range to set? What are some of the considerations there?
Typically, just when you take off, you put pick up.
Right.
Grades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
So just giving a range for anything from beginners to more advanced climbers.
Yeah, just so everyone, sometimes we accidentally set something a little hard, kind of like the cave area. We kind of made that a little harder.
Yeah.
But usually we like to, make sure that there's a nice jug ladder up there, and some nice movements for the V1s to V4s, and then some other hard routes.
Do you go heavier on the lower grades and fewer routes at the higher grades?
Yeah, usually, because since Fargo Climbing is fairly new, there's not a lot of people who have been climbing before, so we kind of like to make sure that everyone has something to climb. Everyone has a project to climb.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know your audience.
yeah, once the wall's all stripped, we just try and clean it up, just so there's nothing in our way when we're setting for everything else. So.
You can give some tips for taking down,
Or take down the volume.
how to take down volumes.
Yeah, you'll just hear me grunting the entire time. No, I mean, essentially, volumes are typically a 2 to 3 person job, depending on how big and where they're placed. For this, it shouldn't be too bad in that Lane can work from the bottom screws all the way up to the top and just let me hold and reinforce from down here. So I'm gonna apply some pretty steady pressure underneath this while he unscrews. And then once we get to the top of it, he'll unscrew and I'll slowly lower this thing down. The higher up the volumes go, typically the harder it is for us to get them off the wall and on the wall, and sometimes involves ropes and pulleys and other stuff like that, which can be a bit MacGyvered, but for stuff like this, I can just sit right underneath it and hold it, which is good.
Is it hollow on the inside, or are we talking like solid wood here?
No, this one's hollow. Thank goodness. It would be rough to hold.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll see once we take it down, you can see the underside of these volumes. All made by Lane, who is a phenomenal carpenter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know we're getting close because my arms are starting to burn. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right, you want to move the ladder off of behind me? I'll lower it.
Look at that.
Boom. And there it is.
Nice. Now that is the volume.
Yep. And now we can unscrew off of here and continue to work on getting everything else
that
off.
makes sense. Rather than unscrew it while it's up there.
Yeah.
Bring the whole volume down.
Way more efficient.
What were you saying about ladders?
Oh, just that, like, since we have a limited amount of ladders, sometimes it's a good way to do it where you take down the volumes and take those holds off while somebody else is up on the wall taking the actual holds off. Yeah. Maybe we'll get some more ladders. I just gotta convince Chris.
Yeah. We'll talk to Chris about that. Buy more ladders.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how about the tools and equipment? What kind of things do you need
Oh,
for
well,
route setting?
for setting, my favorite thing that we just added is this magnet. It's not necessary.
Oh, nice.
But then when we are stripping, we can throw all the screws on the ground and just pick them up. Super easy.
That's awesome. Is that like a Amazon find, or is this like REI or
I got this
something?
at Home Depot.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm sure you could get them on Amazon. I've seen bigger ones. Like there's some that you get wheels with them, and they're like 24 inches. Those are pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. But in terms of setting, there's not a lot that's needed. You need some kind of screw. It doesn't have to be GRKs, but that's what we use.
That's the brand.
Yep, GRK is the brand. Just a multi-purpose screw, and then you'll also need these bolts that are made for holds, and we have varying lengths. If you look,
Those ones are specifically
if you
made
look
for
down-
climbing holds.
at the bottom here, you can see we have all of ours organized in different sizes, going from the smallest bolt here to I believe our largest bolt right here, which are pretty substantial differences.
And is that based upon like, the size of the hold itself?
Weirdly enough, sometimes the biggest holds don't actually use the biggest bolts. It all depends on the space between the hole of the hold, the actual spot you put the bolt in, and that distance between the wall.
Sure, so kind of like
yeah.
how far it sits from the wall.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
Okay.
So it depends on how far
it's more
the
the
bolt
length
sits.
of the screw.
Yep. Yeah. So
I'd say.
that's pretty much all you really need. And then obviously you have a hand tool that you could do. So like when I was setting at the NDSU wall, we only use these
Oh, instead of a drill?
instead of a drill, which was
gotta
really
take a
a
little bit
pain in
extra
the
time.
butt. It took a lot longer.
But if you want to run set on a budget,
But if you want to route set on a budget, this is a great option. But if you have a drill, which I don't have one over here, we're all using them already. But you can just buy pieces that go into the chuck of the impact driver or into a drill. And what's neat about these is actually on the end here, they have a GRK bit. So you don't actually have to switch between two different drill bits while taking volumes off or holds off. You can use the same one for the whole process. Super time efficient, super awesome.
That seems like a pro tip right there.
Yeah, these are amazing. Yeah, I love those.
And you
We
got
got
your cart here to keep everything
we
organized.
got tape.
Tape, okay.
Yeah, for marking all of the routes.
Yep.
Which we use tape. I think we're working on getting a different system for it, but we'll see.
So tape to indicate like the starting
Yep.
holds.
Yeah, we use it to indicate the start holds and the finish holds of our routes here at Fargo Climbing. And then yeah, we just have a cart, which is relatively organized. We had some guys go through it, I think a few weeks ago and organize it, but it gets messy as you go. So you just gotta keep organizing it. We have some safety glasses, which nobody uses.
That's why you just gotta get regular.
Sorry, OSHA. Sorry, OSHA.
Regular glasses, it's perfect.
Yeah, maybe just get regular glasses like Gage. That works pretty well. We got
Your
gloves.
vision is not so great. It's actually a plus in this game.
Yep, and then, yeah, I mean, we keep this thing pretty empty of like trash, which is good. Besides,
Yeah.
obviously, the money that we need. I don't know why that's there.
Is this like you set it up on top of a route, the first person to climb it gets
Maybe that
gets a
that should
quarter.
be the new thing. Is
Yeah.
like we put like a penny on top of like the hardest route.
Yeah.
And a quarter on top of the easiest route. And when people get to first person to get up there and grab it wins. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Sweet.
Good deal.
That's the cart.
So a lot of people are wondering, how much do route setters make? Is this like a lucrative career opportunity?
Oh, I don't know about for everybody else. Like, I don't know how they do it at other places, but a lot of the times, at least here, we get paid hourly for the stripping of the routes and for the cleaning afterwards. But while we're setting routes, we're actually only paid per route. And I don't remember, I don't know exact figures off the top of my head. But it's great for all of us. A lot of us are students or have part-time jobs outside of this. So it works really well as a part-time job. Like for me, I work on the volumes and kind of, I would say I'm like the carpenter of Fargo Climbing. So
Yeah.
I keep things working. If a light's busted, I fix it. If plumbing breaks, I fix it.
Yeah.
If something peels off the wall, I fix it. So that fills up a lot of my other hours. But I would say it's definitely like a passion thing and more of a side gig, unless you're getting up into like the USA setting circuits and stuff like
or
that. That
like
stuff's pretty intense.
IFSC, route setter. or
Yeah, if
something,
you're once you get into like the pros, get your certifications, it could be a little bit more lucrative for sure.
Okay. So there's some route setting certifications you can get.
Yes, yeah, and I believe that there's one coming up pretty soon that some of us are going to be sent to,
That's awesome.
which is super exciting.
Where is that going to be? Do you know?
It's going to be in Sioux Falls,
Cool.
South
Yep.
Dakota.
At the gym there.
Frontier Climbing is hosting. We're pretty close with them.
Yeah. They're awesome.
They have an awesome gym, but they're hosting a level 1 route certification.
Okay.
Which, yeah, we're going to try to get some of our guys out there and
Cool.
hopefully get certified.
Good deal.
In part 2, we continue the route setting process. You're going to love it. And if this video gave you some ideas or maybe made you smile, please subscribe to show your support for this small channel. I really do appreciate it. And hey, I'm August. I'll see you next time.